Today, our topic is the best strategies to stay focused in life. Staying focused is one of the most important skills you can develop. It helps you achieve your goals, avoid distractions, and live a more meaningful life. But staying focused is not always easy. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it feels like everything is pulling you in different directions. You might feel overwhelmed, stressed, or unsure about what to do next. But don't worry, there are strategies you can use to stay focused and keep moving forward. Let's talk about some of the best ways to do this. First, you need to know what you want. This might sound simple, but many people struggle because they don't have clear goals. If you don't know where you're going, how can you stay focused on the path? Take some time to think about what you really want in life. What are your dreams? What makes you happy? Write down your goals, both big and small. Be specific. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be successful," say, "I want to start my own business in the next 2 years." When you have clear goals, it's easier to stay focused because you know what you're working toward. Once you know what you want, break your goals into smaller steps. Big goals can feel overwhelming, but if you break them into smaller tasks, they become more manageable. For example, if your goal is to write a book, start by writing 1 page a day. Small steps might seem like they don't make a big difference, but over time, they add up. And when you complete a small task, it gives you a sense of accomplishment, which keeps you motivated. Remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. Another important strategy is to create a routine. Routines help you stay focused because they reduce the need to make decisions all the time. When you have a routine, you know what to do and when to do it. For example, if you want to exercise regularly, decide to do it at the same time every day. When it becomes a habit, you don't have to think about it, you just do it. The same applies to work, studying, or any other activity. A routine helps you stay on track, even when you don't feel motivated. One of the biggest challenges to staying focused is distractions. We live in a world full of distractions: social media, notifications, emails, and more. It's easy to lose focus when there are so many things competing for your attention. To stay focused, you need to manage these distractions. One way to do this is to set boundaries. For example, if you're working on an important task, turn off your phone or put it in another room. If you're studying, find a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. You can also use tools like website blockers to prevent you from visiting distracting sites. The key is to create an environment that supports your focus. Another way to stay focused is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness means being fully present in the moment. When you're mindful, you pay attention to what you're doing without letting your mind wander. This can help you stay focused on your tasks and avoid distractions. One simple way to practice mindfulness is to focus on your breathing. Take a few deep breaths and notice how the air feels as it enters and leaves your body. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breath. You can also practice mindfulness while doing everyday activities, like eating or walking. Pay attention to the sensations, smells, and sounds around you. The more you practice mindfulness, the better you'll get at staying focused. Another important strategy is to take care of your body and mind. Your ability to focus is closely connected to your physical and mental health. If you are tired, hungry, or stressed, it's much harder to stay focused. That's why it's important to get enough sleep, eat healthy food, and exercise regularly. Sleep is especially important because it helps your brain function at its best. When you're well rested, you're more alert and able to concentrate. Exercise is also important because it boosts your energy and reduces stress. Even a short walk can help clear your mind and improve your focus. In addition to taking care of your body, it's important to take care of your mind. Stress is one of the biggest enemies of focus. When you're stressed, your mind is filled with worries and negative thoughts, which makes it hard to concentrate. To reduce stress, try relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or yoga. You can also practice gratitude by writing down 3 things you're thankful for every day. Gratitude helps shift your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's right, which can improve your mood and help you stay focused. Another strategy to stay focused is to prioritize your tasks. Not all tasks are equally important. Some tasks will have a bigger impact on your goals than others. That's why it's important to focus on the tasks that matter most. One way to do this is to use the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. The 80-20 rule says that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. In other words, a small number of tasks will have a big impact on your success. Identify these tasks and make them your priority. For example, if you're a student, focus on studying the material that will be on the exam, rather than spending hours on less important details. Time management is also crucial for staying focused. If you don't manage your time well, it's easy to get overwhelmed and lose focus. One effective time management technique is the Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique involves working for a set amount of time, usually 25 minutes, and then taking a short break. After 4 work sessions, take a longer break. This technique helps you stay focused by breaking your work into manageable chunks and giving your brain regular breaks. Another time management tip is to plan your day in advance. At the end of each day, write down the tasks you need to do the next day. This helps you start your day with a clear plan and reduces the need to make decisions in the morning. Another important strategy is to stay positive and motivated. Staying focused requires effort, and sometimes it's hard to keep going, especially when you face challenges or setbacks. That's why it's important to stay positive and remind yourself why you're working toward your goals. One way to stay motivated is to visualize your success. Close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your goals. How does it feel? What does it look like? Visualization helps you stay connected to your goals and reminds you of the rewards that come with hard work. You can also motivate yourself by celebrating small wins. When you complete a task or make progress toward your goal, take a moment to acknowledge your achievement. This helps you stay motivated and builds confidence. Finally, it's important to be kind to yourself. No one is perfect, and everyone struggles with focus from time to time. If you lose focus or make a mistake, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, learn from the experience and move forward. Remember, staying focused is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time and practice to develop. Be patient with yourself and keep trying. Over time, you'll get better at staying focused and achieving your goals. In conclusion, staying focused in life is not always easy, but it's possible if you use the right strategies. Start by setting clear goals and breaking them into smaller steps. Create a routine and manage distractions to create an environment that supports your focus. Practice mindfulness and take care of your body and mind to improve your ability to concentrate. Prioritize your tasks, manage your time effectively, and stay positive and motivated. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Remember, staying focused is a journey, not a destination. With practice and persistence, you can develop the focus you need to achieve your dreams and live a meaningful life.